Here's a story of Rabbi Eibishitz. Rabbi Eibishitz was a great Torah scholar and a big rabbi. I think he was the rabbi of Prague. Pretty sure. Rabbi Eibishitz. He was the rabbi of Prague. And he had a lot of trouble from the church, as usual. But the king or whatever of Czechoslovakia, whatever it was called back then, he had a certain admiration for him. But on the other hand, it was like they say, one sheep in the middle of 70 wolves. The church would do anything to destroy Judaism, which they're also now. But back then, they tried to do it by force. Now they're trying to do it by being nice guys and smiling, taking smiling lessons or whatever they do, and giving money to Israel, wandering around, smiling and giving and smiling and being our friends. But the fact of the matter is they'll do anything they can to eradicate or liquidate or swallow up or whatever Judaism that they can. So it wasn't anything different back then. And because he was the head of the Jews, so he had to constantly deal with these problems. So the bishop came to him one day, the bishop of whatever it is of Prague, and he came to him and he said, Rabbi, can I have a conversation with you? So he said, sure. He said, listen, in your Bible it says that you Jewish people have to go according to the majority, right? Yeah. Acharei Rabim lahatot. You have to go according to the majority, whatever the majority says. So he says, well, you should go according to us. There's another story about this also where he told him to go through the streets, but that's a different story. We'll talk about that later. And when he was a little boy. So he said, you have to go according to us. We're the majority. So he said, no, you have to go according to the majority only in a case where we're talking about these are wise men and the rabbis, but you believe in your religion because you're stupid. I said, how can you say a thing like that? Stupid. I mean, I'm a professor or whatever. In those days, all the intelligentsia, the learning academia was in the hands of the church. So the church, they were the ones that taught. They were the ones that knew, science and mathematics and whatever. Okay. So he said, how can you say a thing like that? So he said, I'll show you. He says, come with me. He says, I'm just asking you, you do what I do. Right? You do what I do. So he said, okay. So they stood in the middle of the marketplace, and the rabbi looked up, and the bishop looked up. And everybody came by and said, what do you see? What are you looking? So the rabbi said, it's the angel Michael sitting on the cloud. And they looked at the bishop that he's standing there, and he has to do the same thing. Everybody says it's the angel Michael standing on a cloud, and everybody came down on their knees, and they're all praying and making all these motions and things like that. And they go home and run home. They bring their children, and they built eventually they even built a monument over there. This is the place where Michael was going. They pledged they were going to build a big monument in this spot. The bishop saw Michael sitting on Angel Michael. So the people, the place is like packed, thousands of people. Everybody hears about it, and they're all praying this. He said, "Okay, now come with me to the Jewish quarter. Come with me to the Jewish quarter." So they go to the Jewish quarter, and the rabbi does the same thing. Stands in the middle of the Jewish quarter, and he looks up, and people go by, and they say, "Rabbi, what do you see?" Says the angel Michael sitting on a cloud. But he looks up. Someone comes along. What are you looking at? Says the rabbi says he sees the angel Michael sitting up on a cloud. Says, listen, maybe it's just his neck is hurt. Maybe it's just a stiff neck. He's looking up. He says, no, he told me he sees the angel Michael. Says, I don't know, maybe he didn't get enough sleep or something. People come on, what's the problem? Says that something happened to the rabbi. He says that he sees the angel Michael sitting on a cloud. Everybody's looking up. Rabbi, you feel okay? I mean, is everything going all right? Maybe you got problems at home. Maybe you need a pair of glasses. What do you see? Look, the angel Michael and the bishop is standing. The angel Michael. This is Rabbi. There's nothing there. We don't see any angel Michael sitting there. We don't see anything whatsoever standing up there. Not even a bird or a plane, nothing. He says, okay, says to the bishop, now come with me to the synagogue. Come with me to the synagogue. But do me a favor. You come into the synagogue, you have to take that cross hanging around your thing and put it into your, hide it. Hey, to come with me, you'll be my guest. They come in, everybody sees the rabbi, they all stand up. Also, the bishop comes in, an honorable person. Everybody gives him, please sit down. The rabbi said, I would like to read from the Torah, please. And of course, the rabbi, the holy rabbi, Rav Eibishitz is writing from the Torah. It was this week's Torah portion, Yitro. Yitro. So how does it say? How does the Torah portion start off? Vayikach, here it says. 1 minute. Here, see, I'll show you the words over here. Just 1 second, just so you see clearly what's going on. So that here it says. Right? Ready? Here we go. Vayishma, you can't see it. Here we go. Oh. Vayishma Yitro Kohen Moshe, that Yitro, the Kohen of Moses, right? Choten Moshe, Vayishma Yitro, right? So the rabbi gets up and he says, I would like to read, please. Vayishma Pitro. Everyone says, Rabbi, hey, hello. Yitro. Not Pitro. Pitro. Oh, yeah, excuse me. Vayitra, Vayishma, Sitro. Rabbi, hello, stop. Yitro, not Pitro, not Sitro. I said, oh, I get it. Vayishma, Litro. I said, listen, Rabbi, please, let somebody else read. Something must be going on. Maybe you don't feel good. So he takes the priest outside and he says, look, he said, these people, they respect me. They know I'm the rabbi. Every word I say is holy. I made one tiny mistake in the Torah, and they wouldn't let me even continue. They didn't care who I was, what I was. One tiny mistake in the Torah, they wouldn't. And you went out on the street and you said you saw an angel, which was not even there at all, and everybody believed what you said. And they're all crossing themselves and genuflecting and bowing down and everything like that. So that's what I'm saying. You people believe what you believe because you're stupid. That's the reason why. On the other hand, the Torah, it says, Am chacham v'navam. It's very hard to sell them, how do you say, noodles, lies. Have a good day with Mashiach. No.